Someone like myself is someone who wants to win games and see division titles, whether we win in October or not. And I think that's the problem with DC sports fans.
Also, what's going on? Why are we all of a sudden talking to Justin Turner's beard?
We love winning.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of DC Sports Daily. This is your host, Cory Thesson. I am actually riding solo like Jason Derulo today. My buddy Jack Maestri is out of town, enjoying a little dude's weekend, hunting, fishing, shooting guns, drinking beer. Whatever, you know. So I just wanted to get on and record a little episode after a tough Redskins weekend, a little Nats activity. Wizards are getting back on track. College basketball is back. A big weekend of college football. So I just wanted to get on the track and give you guys some talking points and give you my takes on things. Before we get started in today's episode, even though I always say this because we're already 2 minutes in, I just wanted to say, Citizen of the Year went to Colin Kaepernick. A little issue with that. You know what? I don't care about your stand about Colin Kaepernick, whether you like him, whether you don't, whether you support the players kneeling or whatnot. The fact of the matter is they gave a guy who created this entire problem with the NFL kneeling the Citizen of the Year. And here's the deal. J.J. Watt raised $37 million for the hurricane and the flooding in Houston. And it's like these Citizen of the Years, year in and year out, confuse me because there's people deserving. I'm not saying what Colin Kaepernick did was right or wrong, but look at the NFL today. The NFL's rating continued to drop, and it points to Colin Kaepernick because he started this kneeling thing. And granted, they're allowed to do this. It's a freedom of speech. I know we've discussed it a few times, but I never want to dive into it because it is what it is. I mean, it's out of my control. You're allowed to do whatever you want. But he created a league-wide problem that now the NFL is reaping repercussions from. I don't know what I just said. I cannot speak English. It is early. I'm still drinking my coffee. So if I lose a couple words, you know, I'm the guy that always struggles with grammar on the show. So Jack's not here to correct me, so I just have to work through it. But I'm just confused because, and I think this happened a couple years ago too, where Caitlyn Jenner got Citizen of the Year at the ESPYs, I believe. Athlete, no, I don't know, whatever. Person of the Year at the ESPYs when they had a girl in college basketball who had fought cancer, ended up passing away, but fulfilled her dream of playing college basketball for 4 years and then passed away. And they didn't give it to her, but they gave it to Caitlyn Jenner. So it's just like these choices year in and year out. I don't know who votes for it, but GQ Citizen of the Year was Colin Kaepernick. Power to you for raising eyebrows, for getting an entire league to start doing what you were doing just to get justice. And I get it. Actually, Colin Kaepernick does a lot around the United States, donating to foundations. I know he donated a bunch of shoes and clothes. That's awesome. But the fact of the matter is he started a league-wide trend that is screwing the entire NFL. There's a lot of people that won't watch the game anymore. There's a lot of owners that are getting shit because they want to call out their players. And it's just like it's an entire cycle that he started. Again, whether you disagree with him or agree with him, it doesn't matter. They're allowed to do what they want. But I look at, like, what have you done for me now? And J.J. Watt just got off of raising $37 million alone. Just asking for help. $37 million to help Houston recover. That's incredible to me. So, I mean, I've said it on the show. J.J. Watt's got to be one of my favorite players now. And I think we've all always known that he's a great player, but even the man he is ridiculous. So going into the show now, just wanted to touch base on that. As far as I'll dive into the Redskins at the end of the show. To start out, I wanted to touch base with the Washington Capitals first. They have won 5 of 6. Holtby just won third star of the week. He put up a 1.27 goals against average during the 3 games he played this past week. And they seem to they're starting to get a little chemistry here. The young guys are starting to come together. I know we said it last week, actually, that we think we're going to squeak into the playoffs and finally do something because we don't have the expectations we have in the years past where we win the President's Cup and everybody thinks we're going to go in and roll through everybody and win the Stanley Cup, and then we see the Pittsburgh Penguins in the second round and get trounced. But I do believe this year, I mean, granted, we've looked good. We beat the Penguins the other day, but last year we beat the Penguins almost all the time, and we dominated them in the regular season and just can't beat them in the playoffs. I do believe this team's getting better, I think. I mean, we are playing a lot of home games, and the Caps always win at home. But it seems like the defensemen that we've been questioning have stepped up so that the younger guys don't look as bad. Like, for instance, Brooks Orpik. Who would have thought? The guy looks great out there. He looks like he's young again. He's playing great defense. He's always there. He's hitting people. He's getting in the way of pucks. I've never seen Brooks Orpik play this way. I mean, last year I was saying, get off my team. You're slow. You're old. What are you doing still playing hockey? And now I'm texting Brady Gilmore talking about how Brooks Orpik looks great. I mean, when you got a young defensive core and people are hurt like Niskanen, you got to have guys step up. Dmitry Orlov looks fantastic. And, I mean, that's just how it's going to be. We have a young defensive core. That's just how it's going to be this year. So if we can't figure out how to win with them, we really are going to struggle. But the team looks good. I mean, we still can't score on a power play, which concerns me because I know last game we scored 2, I believe, on the power play. No, not last game because we went into shootouts, but the game before that, I believe. But we've been struggling on power play, and normally that's our strong suit. What I do want to see differently with the Caps, though, is TJ Oshie needs to, granted, I just said we need to score more on the power play. TJ Oshie can't score 5-on-5. He can only score on the power play. And paying him the way we are and pretty much leaning on him as our captain, even though Ovechkin's still our captain, and he will be until he retires, I want to see more out of Oshie. But other than that, 5 of 6 for the Caps. So, good job, boys. Way to get back. Wizards. Touching base on the Wizards before we get going. They seem to be back. I know, granted, if they didn't lose to the Suns and the Mavericks, who might be the 2 worst teams in the NBA now, Jack wanted to argue with me about the Suns because once they sat Bledsoe and fired their coach, that they started winning some games. But the Suns are bad. If they didn't lose to the Suns and Mavericks, they would be 10-3 today. And they put on a great show last night against the Kings. And I just wanted to run through the breakdown. Everybody complains about their defense and how they give up too many points in quarters, which I agree. I mean, they were giving up 40 to 50 points a quarter. You can't win in the league like that. It doesn't matter. One thing we know for sure about the Wizards, we will never have to doubt their offense. Their offense will go. I mean, they got the best backcourt in the bigs with John Wall and Bradley Beal. 100%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I will take them over Steph Curry and Klay Thompson every single day of my life. John Wall pushes the ball. John Wall knows when to attack. John Wall finds everybody in the lineup. And Bradley Beal can put up 40 to 50 points any night, any given night. As far as the scoring breakdown last night goes, Wizards did a hell of a lot better, just like they did the night before. Not the night before, but the game before. Granted, in the first quarter, we gave up 32. I still want to see more out of that. But after that, we cruised. I mean, 19 in the second quarter, 20 in the third, 21 in the fourth. 19 in a quarter, that's spectacular. And I've been saying all along on our Twitter that all it is effort and energy. When the Wizards bring effort and energy, not only do they push the ball on offense, which kills teams. Teams fold when we push the ball because they know they cannot stop John Wall in the open court. They know he's going to find guys in the corners. They know he's going to find Bradley Beal cutting Otto Porter down court. Markieff Morris has been running the court more. I mean, this team is a dangerous team if they just show effort and energy. And last night, John Wall missed one shot. 8 for 9. Granted, I still want the guy to be more consistent, but he seems to be getting going. He missed a game and came back strong. Last night, Gortat, 18 points. I've been calling him out all year because he's been playing like shit. He's 7 for 11 from the field. Bradley Beal didn't shoot as much as he's been, but that's just because we ride in the hot hand between Bradley Beal and John Wall. When John Wall was out, Bradley Beal took over. And that's what good teammates do. I mean, remember last year when they tried to say Bradley Beal and John Wall hate each other? They're constantly Instagramming together. They're constantly tweeting back and forth. These guys have meshed. These guys love each other. It's just fun to watch. I'm so glad we got them signed. And along with Otto Porter, those three are going to continue to grow. They're young. They got plenty of years ahead. I still think the only missing piece with the Wizards is a big man. Gortat's decent. Oh, get this. This is something I wanted to bring up that really got under my skin. Jan Mahinmi, dude. I don't understand. Why is this guy in the league? Jan Mahinmi, before yesterday, in his last 28 minutes of playing time, he had committed a combined of 17 fouls. During the 28-minute stretch, he had 1 rebound. This guy is getting paid $72 million. And you know what he does best? Foul. All I heard was he's a great rim protector. He's a great rebounder. He's a great guy. What have you done for me? Last year, hurt. This year, you're not hurt. You just suck. I mean, he got a contract from us just because he dominated Gortat in the playoffs with the Pacers. Kelly Olynyk dominated Gortat in the playoffs. He got a contract for it, and he's garbage. So, I guess if you're a big man, you want to see Gortat in the playoffs. Because Jan Mahinmi's garbage. And all I heard in the offseason was John Wall saying, Mahinmi's really going to show you why he's so good. 28 minutes, 17 fouls, 1 rebound. Production. Anyways, get me off of Jan Mahinmi. Wizards are looking better. 110 points last night. Again, their offense is never going to be the problem. That I know for a fact. The funny part about the Wizards is since Keith has been back, he's struggled to start, and I think it's because of a tightness issue. Once he gets on the bike on the sideline, he comes back and explodes. Hopefully he continues to get loose. Other than that, good job, Wizards. All right, now to the Nats. A few things yesterday. Somebody released the amount of money that Dave Martinez is going to make, which is odd because no other new coaches have been released contracts. And it's very confusing because normally they don't release the contracts right away. It's just someone trying to stir the pot because the known fact is the learners underpay managers and they don't give the league standard of 3-year contracts. And they shortball guys 2-year contracts and lowball them. And I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts around it. But here's a simple fact. Here's the deal. My opinion on this. I mean, I got shit for it yesterday. Well, not really shit, but I seem to always be in the minority of opinions surrounding the Nationals, and I think it's because I want to win so bad. But they released the contract for Dave Martinez. And everybody's jumping on the fact that he's going to be making about I think it's 1.28 is the exact number a year for 3 years with a manager option, I believe, of the 4th year. But everybody's like, oh, we don't pay managers, so we don't know who or what's right for the job. And, I mean, that's true. Guy by the name of Harper Gordek on Twitter tweeted, he said something about the contracts. And I said, everyone's so concerned. Do they want the learners to start paying managers like players? Because sometimes it's so blown out of proportion that I think they want us to start paying them like 10 years, $100 million. Because it's ridiculous. I mean, nobody's satisfied.